Hey guys, it's Caleb at Pre-Hired. Today we've got Michael Lowell with us. He's just relocated to Boston for his new job at Validity. Michael, just take a minute and tell everyone about you and your background.
Yeah, I'm originally from South Carolina. I went to Boston for school for linguistics. I came out of it, really didn't want to do linguistics anymore. I came back down and really struggled to find a job that was kind of related to what I went to school for, and I couldn't really find one that was satisfying what I was looking for. And I took a step back and I said, like, okay, like what I really think I want to do now is get into a place where I'm making a lot of money so I can get stability, but I'll still have like a lot left over to do the things that I enjoy doing.
Perfect, man. So, what was it about software sales that got your attention? And then, why did you, want to choose to go through Pre-Hired to do it?
I was initially looking at just kind of sales holistically because I know it's a really good place to start making money and stuff. But when you get into the nitty gritty of it, um, you are really going to be making the most with working within software. And pre-hired came up on my Facebook one day, probably because it was some algorithm that said, okay, we see you're looking at all these boot camps and stuff. Like, how about check this one out? So I checked it out. Pre-hired was based in South Carolina, which is like a big plus for me. Um, and yeah, I figured like it was so low risk, it seemed that I figured, like I'll just give it a shot, like nothing to lose.
So you made the decision to get involved in the program. What was it like, going through the program?
It was a little bit intimidating at first because it was just something I knew nothing about, going like starting from zero. Um, but I think Josh really does a great job at explaining all of these concepts and stuff. You have access to the Slack channel where you're going to see a bunch of people that are going through the same things as you, working through the same problems. And of course, like the big thing for me was that the mentors were just absolutely invaluable going through the whole process. Like always available, always ready to help you out. Like they are, you truly feel like you have like a lot of things behind you helping you be successful.
Perfect, man. And can you share some of your data and your results with us? And, ultimately, what was it like getting hired?
Yeah, so I applied to a lot of companies, like in the South, but really it kind of seemed like I wasn't getting a lot of bites, or like the bites that I was getting weren't really what I was looking for. Um, and so if I did get offers, they weren't really things that like meshed well with me. But so I started moving my focus for my job search elsewhere. I'm back up to Boston where I went to school. So um, and whenever I did find that perfect fit, like at Validity, it was just like wow, like I remember getting my offer letter and I was just like like the I was so stunned, and the guy on the phone with me was like, he was like, so you don't have any questions for me? And like I didn't want to tell him this at the time, but I had like completely spaced out. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm like actually getting hired at like this job that like my dream job basically. So it was really like thrilling. It did take time. Like I got my certification from pre-hired in October and I got hired in January. But like it was worth it. Like it was totally worth it. I love where I'm at now. Um, yeah, like
That's
it was just exciting. Yeah.
that's an amazing story, Michael. I'm so happy for you. Um, I want to ask you lastly, what would you say to anyone who's, maybe found us and, they're on the fence about getting started? Because, unfortunately, some people think we are a scam at first. I mean, I guess, most humans would, but, what would you say to someone like that?
I would say that I also thought it was a scam at first, but it truly like it does work. The resources you get and the people that are there to help you like basically make it impossible for you not to succeed with pre-hired. It's just it's worth at least taking a look at, I think. And I personally can assure you that it's absolutely not a scam, because like I am not here like just because of me. I wouldn't be here without pre-hired.
Guys, you've heard from Michael Lowell. He's got an amazing top sales job now. We really appreciate you giving us 10 minutes of your time. I know you're extremely busy now at your new job, so we really appreciate you being with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Talk to you later, man.
All right.